All right, are we gonna get right into it? You know what? I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna crack the only because I'm very thirsty. I'm gonna crack the potential sponsor of the show. But you have not set my expectations high.
Okay, I hope you're aware that thirsty means you probably shouldn't drink energy drink. You should probably drink water.
What do you mean?
I think it's counterproductive to being thirsty.
Oh, well, joke's on you. I'm thirsty in the way they say it on the internet now.
Oh.
I need dick.
Ah, of course. The correct thirsty.
Oh, you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
Just kind of energy
It's
drink
got a
tasty.
smack. It's got a smack of energy drink taste.
It kind of just tastes like regular Monster, but with like a little bit of added something.
I do think they've done what they said. They've lightened up the taste from the original, but it's still, I'm guessing, a lot like the original. There's a bit of that weird, almost bubblegum-esque energy drink flavor.
Yeah, and not the good kind, like the bubblegum Rockstar Super Sour.
Yeah, well, no, fine. If it's gonna be bubblegum flavored, go for it. But there's just that stock energy drink flavor, which is along the lines of bubblegum. I guess I should say what we're talking about. We're talking about Monster Punch Chaotic with a K. That way you know it's cool.
Yeah, so that you know it's cool.
Oh, actually, mine has 3 Ks. Is that right?
Oh, KKK
KKK. That was the. I'm glad. You know what? I wasn't gonna say it out loud. I'm glad you said it out loud. I'm just like, I make a 3Ks reference because that's always funny.
Oh no! Can I go back and delete this and not say it?
Shut up! No,
you idiot.
No, but it was fun. It was honestly more fun to hear out loud than I thought it would be.
Okay, good.
I got excited by that.
Well, luckily for you, that's not the worst thing I'm gonna say on this podcast. So
I'm glad. Yeah, if you heard Monday, things are coming today.
Things are
hot
and heavy.
This is as far as the new monsters on the market. I mean, in Canada, I'm sure anyone listening in the U.S. has had these for 7 years.
And there's probably also 39
and
other
you have
flavors.
So many kinds we couldn't even dream of. The very idea of them would
blow
cause
your
our
goddamn
realities
mind.
to collapse in on themselves. But no, this is no Papillon.
This is no Papillon.
I will say. Because apparently we saw at our non-regular corner store, we saw that they had the Papillon because we didn't know if they would, which is good. Listen to, I don't know, a few episodes ago if you want our opinions on that. It's delicious. Very peachy.
Very peachy.
Very peachy.
The right amount of peachy.
And then Drew, with his keen eye, might I say, I might have missed it.
Yep.
If I'm being perfectly honest.
I like to look for new things.
Luckily, I will not be perfectly honest. But notice that the one beside the Papillon can, even though also basically orange.
Even though it looks exactly the same.
Detected perhaps a slightly lighter orange, a few less, if the... If the RGB values of the Papillon were like 160, 140, 90, this one is maybe 175, 150, 100. P.S. If the values I just said make anything close to an orange, you all have to send me your life savings.
You all have to.
If I'm pulling RGB values out of my ass and being right.
Yeah.
That will perhaps be my greatest contribution to society.
Your greatest moment in life.
Honestly, yes.
Your greatest moment in life until I say the worst thing I'm willing to say on the podcast.
Am I going to have back-to-back best moments of my life on this podcast?
Correct.
Well, if we're doing that, I guess we should introduce ourselves. Yeah. I'm Scott. Get me on Twitter. You know how they say that?
Yeah, that's what the kids say.
My Twitter.
What's your ICQ number?
6430308.
You should install it and see if anybody adds you.
I did it. I did half of that like 2 years ago because there's an ICQ app.
Okay.
Which nobody uses. My number still worked, and I signed in. It was cool to see my old contacts.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Of all the people you don't talk to anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. Cool. I wouldn't even know how to log into mine because I don't remember what my number is.
Why not?
And it would have been like 5 email addresses ago.
Ooh, I bet.
Like I don't
wonder,
even remember what it would be under.
What would my email address be for my ICQ? I mean, I've had Jimmy_James@hotmail.com forever. But that was I've never used that as my primary email. It's always been like my side bitch email.
Yeah. Your side hustle.
My side piece.
Yeah.
My bottom bitch.
Your bottom bitch.
Yeah.
Because you're the bottom bitch.
Oh, there's a comma.
Yeah. You are your own bottom.
It's weird.
Bitch.
Can we agree that it's weird that bottom bitch kind of means top bitch?
Yeah.
I don't like the wording.
I don't understand why that is.
Because she's your bottom dollar bitch. And if you said it that way, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
But the fact you just say bottom bitch, it makes it sound like she's the worst.
The worst.
Yeah. And also, England, stop calling private school public school. It's the opposite.
It's the opposite.
Stop it.
What do you call regular school?
School?
Idiots.
Come on. My Twitter is not Scott Henson.
My Twitter is @SarianSoftpaws. I'm Drew.
You should follow us. Oh, I'm Scott.
You said Scott. I don't know if you said Drew.
You know what? I did.
You got off on a tangent pretty quick.
I was selfish and I apologize.
You are a selfish lover and you always have been and you always will be.
I work, much like my style in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I work from the bottom when it comes to loving.
Power bottom. It's all about friction.
If I'm just like a lazy heterosexual lover and I just lie down and make her do the work, does that also make me a power bottom?
No, because you're not getting anything put in you. That would make you a. Oh, actually, that's a good question.
Right? Because I think I might be a heterosexual power bottom. What do you think about this turn of events? Huh?
Yeah. You know what? You've brought great science to this argument. You've done your research. You presented your argument well.
I see no holes in this.
I see no holes in this argument.
Good.
Wow. A heterosexual power bottom.
We did it. We never thought we'd see the day, but here we are.
Nope, not even.
I'm going to drink this whole drink, even though I don't really like
yeah,
it.
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even that interested in it, but
Nope.
I'm going to drink it.
No, I will definitely be sucking on it periodically through the whole podcast.
So, last week, Scott,
Tell me about last week, Drew.
was when the Oscars happened.
The 93rd annual Oscars?
The 93rd annual Oscars celebrating film from 2020 in the year 2021.
Yes. Films from 2020 and the beginning of 2021. The first time doing so since I believe the first Oscars in 1929,
which celebrated the years 29 to 10.
Yeah, which considered every movie.
Every movie.
No, I think the first was 1929, and it did 27 and 28. They gave them 2 years. 2 years notice. They're like, okay, it's 1927. 2 years. We're gonna have some awards.
Yeah.
So make a good movie.
And then they made 8 movies.
And they made Wings and Seventh Heaven.
Yeah.
The end.
The good Seventh Heaven.
With
the child predator dad.
Was every Oscar movie from 1929 made into a 90s television show?
I guess so.
What the fuck is going on? I did not... When I said Wings and Seventh Heaven, those are just 2 Oscar nominees from 1929, I know. But wait a minute. Wait, was there also an Alf in nominated for an Oscar in 1929? Was there a Blossom?
The movie Blossom?
The movie Blossom? Was there...
Maybe.
And I apologize. Alf was 80s, not 90s, but I thought Alf would be a funny joke.
Well, let's see what we got here.
Look at all those old dead bitches.
No, I think...
I mean, if there's one more besides Wing and Seventh Heaven, I would lose my mind.
If there was one more, that would be
the fact there are 2 even, because there was 3 nominees per category.
Yes.
And by the way, I'm not a genius. Oh, I mean, I am a genius, but I also looked at this yesterday for reasons I don't even remember.
Okay.
which is why I know this stuff offhand. I also love that a lot of the nominations weren't for a specific movie.
Yeah, this one says no specific film.
Yeah, just
also,
like this guy's good at cinematography.
Also, no, for cinematography, the same guy is nominated 3 times for 3 different movies, and he didn't win.
Oh, you thought he had shit locked up.
He was 3 out of 4 nominations, and the other guy won.
You know what happened? He split his own vote.
It's like having 2 documentaries about Syria, and then they choose one about Amy Winehouse.
It's like having 2 Best Picture nominees that both have Fred Hampton in them.
Yeah, fair. I have...
Good move, Black Panthers.
How many of these movies do you think either one of us has seen? Is the answer 1? Have you seen The Circus?
Nope.
Well, then I've seen 1, and you've seen 0.
Wings is my favorite movie.
Have you seen The Jazz Singer?
Yes. But only the Neil Diamond one.
Okay, fair. That's the right one.
Is that this one?
That's the right one.
Was Neil Diamond in the 1929 one?
Yes.
Okay.
When he was negative something years old.
Yeah. I don't know, he's pretty old. He was probably 10.
Yeah, he could have been, I guess.
Neil Diamond is 102 years old currently.
Sure.
Prove me wrong.
I can't.
Yep.
I can't.
Just like when you go out on Davie Street, the gayest street in Greater Vancouver, in your tank top and short shorts.
Yep. The only way I feel comfortable.
And perhaps, I hope I'm not speaking out of school here.
You probably are.
Steal a few glances of female passersby.
Yep.
But no one is allowed to get mad at you because they can't prove you're not gay.
Correct. Sorry, ladies. It might be gay. It might be okay.
I mean, look at me.
Look at me. Look at what I'm wearing.
Everything about me says
I'm asking
gay.
for it.
I know it's weird that a gay guy is completely eye-fucking you right now, but you can't prove I'm not. So if you say anything, that's actually violence against me, and you go to jail.
Yeah. You're a hate speecher.
You're a hate speecher.
I like that a guy won for best title writing for no specific film, but he won.
But he makes good.
He makes the
titles.
best titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame we lost that award.
Yeah, I wonder how long
the way.
I wonder how long it went.
1 year.
I don't know if the Wikipedia gives me like a breakdown of the list of oh, here you go. Yeah.
We have a
Discontinued categories. Sound, short back, original, director.
I think briefly for a couple of years in the 2000s, there was an award for fattest Adele.
You know what? I think you're right.
Yeah, but then they discontinued it last year when she lost the weight.
It must have got absorbed into something else, or they changed the name of it to like some kind of visual effects or something, because in discontinued categories it's not in there.
I think it got rolled into juiciest hog.
Juiciest hog. Oh, I didn't even realize that best sound editing disappeared.
They
2019.
They combined the sounds this year.
Interesting.
Which you might as well.
Yeah,
they don't know what they're fucking voting on anyway.
No. It doesn't matter.
Like, granted, they got lucky in that The Sound of Metal probably did have the best sound work this year.
Yes.
But if it had the worst sound work this year, it still would have won. Because sound is in the name.
Yeah.
And that's how these idiots vote.
Yeah, correct.
Like, the technical awards are such a fucking crapshoot. Like, Dunkirk, I guess, had good sound mixing and sound editing. But it also won both awards because it was the loudest movie that year.
Loudest movie ever made.
Also ever made. Which I guess is an achievement in its own right.
Yeah.
So good for you.
Scott, I'm sad that we don't still have Best Dance Direction as an Oscar.
Ooh, I like that.
35 to 37. Disappointing.
That was a short run.
Yeah.
I guess that was the golden age of every movie just being dancing.
The only other notable ones are there was a Best Assistant Director.
Wow,
From
AD.
1932 to 1937.
An AD Oscar. Man, they really cleaned house in 1937.
Yeah, they did. Then there was
look, we're tight. Look, there's a war brewing. We got to tighten up these fucking awards.
There was Best Original Musical or Comedy Score, 95 to 98
in the 90s.
Yeah, and the winners were.
So they tried to Golden Globes it a bit, separating the movies into categories.
Yep.
And it was met with
and
friction.
No one gave a fuck.
Yeah. What kind of winners were there?
Well, it's not. There you go. I gotta go all the way down. No, this isn't. This is Best Original Score. I just want.
But maybe it redirects. I don't know.
95. Here we go. Pocahontas.
Sure.
Emma.
But there was an Emma this year.
I'm aware. The Full Monty.
Okay.
And Shakespeare in Love. And that was it. Then it went bye-bye.
Interesting.
And then all the other ones are like Best Short Subject Novelty, Best Short Subject Comedy, Best Short Subject Color, Best Short Subject 2 Reel.
I wish 2 reels.
Best Short Subject 1 Reel. Best Original Story. Engineering effects, dance direction, best director dramatic picture, and then best director comedy picture, and then best assistant. So those are all the ones. But yeah, I guess those other ones must have got absorbed into other stuff.
Yeah.
Proposed categories: Best Casting, rejected in 1999. Best Popular Film, proposed.
Do you remember that?
2018.
Do you fucking remember that?
It's because you got Avengers needs an Oscar.
It's Avengers needs an Oscar. The award.
It's the best movie ever made.
Oh. I had pushed that, even though that was not very long ago, I had pushed that from my brain. Because I think I was on stream when I heard about it.
Yeah.
And I just yelled for a long time.
You just yelled the N-word.
I don't know if it was specifically that, but I yelled something.
It could have been a word that started with N.
Sure.
Also, Best Stunt Coordination was rejected every year from 91 to 2012.
Wow.
So the
Academy stunt people.
The Academy does not care. Much like George Bush, the Academy doesn't care about stunt people.
Yeah.
And Best Title Design was rejected in 1999.
Man, they love these titles.
And from 1934 to 1960, there was the Academy Juvenile Award.
That's right. They had the award for babies.
Best kid.
Best
baby.
Baby award for babies.
And then here's all.
I really hope the statue was smaller. That would be cute.
There's a picture of a kid.
Go on.
Holding it, and it looks like it's very small.
Yes, we did it.
Yeah, it looks like it's like this big.
Amazing.
Like 5 inches. Then there's also...
Drew, 5 inches is still pretty big.
Yeah, but the real one's like 9?
Sure. I mean, we'd all love to have 9. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
5 is pretty good.
There's also a list of disqualifications.
Ooh.
9 films have been disqualified before an official award ceremony because they violated the regulations. Mm-hmm. So The Circus was voluntarily removed by the Academy from competitive categories.
For not being gay enough.
To award Charlie Chaplin a special award.
Okay.
Hondo was removed from Best Story after letters from the producer and nominees questions its inclusion in the category. High Society was withdrawn from screenwriting ballots after being mistaken for the 1956 movie of the same name.
They got the movie wrong? Okay.
The Godfather, initially nominated for 11 awards, its nomination for Best Original Score was revoked after it was discovered that its main theme was very similar to music that the score's composer had written for an earlier film. None of the other nominations were revoked, and it received 3 Oscars, including Best Picture.
The old not-so-original score.
A Place in the World was removed from the Best Foreign Language Film ballot in 1992 after it was discovered that the country who submitted the film exercised insufficient artistic control.
Oh. I did not
Place
know
in the
that
World
was a thing.
is a...
I thought, like, Czechoslovakia submitted it and was then dissolved. So they can't get the award
it's an
anymore.
Argentinian film. I don't know. Tuba Atlantic was removed from the Best Live Action Short Film ballot when it was discovered the film aired on television before its theatrical release.
That's how they get you.
Alone Yet Not Alone, the film's title song, was removed from the original Best Original Song ballot after Bruce Broughton was found to have improperly contacted other members of the Academy's musical branch. This was the first time that a film was removed from a ballot for ethical reasons. And one film was disqualified after winning the award and had the winner return the Oscar. Young Americans initially won the award for Best Documentary Feature, but was later revoked after it was revealed that it had opened theatrically prior to the eligibility period. It's a documentary about
Young Americans?
Oh my God, Young Americans. Yeah. So, anyways, that was on last Sunday was the Academy Awards.
Yep.
Some big surprises, I would say.
Yes.
A couple of things that we thought would win, and then a really big one at the end that was the biggest gaffe in the history of anything.
Talk about a swing and a miss.
Talk about the balls to not put Best Picture as the main event.
There's a reason they always do it. I know it's fun to, take risks sometimes, or maybe think you can improve things sometimes, but sometimes you can't, and there's a reason it's always been done that way. If
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Sure, you might end up with a La La Land Moonlight situation, or, I don't know, a Crash situation. And by Crash, I mean it was the wrong movie and it's awful. But just the balls to assume we're going to do this thing because it's going to give everyone the feels, because we know it's happening, and a bunch of really, really old white men who hated the darkness wanted to vote for the oldest, whitest man. Granted, he was the most deserved.
That's the thing. There's so many interesting layers to it. Because I do think you're very much right in that the remaining old white members of the Academy were raging against the dying of the lights.
Raising against the machine.
And
the black darkness machine.
We are going to vote for the oldest, whitest option. It just so happens, separately from that the oldest, whitest option was right.
Both of us earlier in the day had the conversation that he's the rightful winner and should win, but we both agreed he
won't win.
Yeah, it's a real Heath Ledger situation where he's never going to be nominated again. So this is your opportunity to celebrate someone.
And we snubbed him for A Knight's Tale. So
correct.
And 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yep.
So we got to give it to him for Joker.
Yeah. So, we were convinced that Chadwick Boseman was going to win.
Yeah, because of course.
And
everyone was convinced.
I think that's why they put it at the end.
Yeah.
And then the fact that, anyways, what a horrible way to end the show. Is
and then the extra layer, so yeah, they, there's so many things going on. So, the old white members of the Academy did their thing. But despite their spite, the award went to the right person. Then, separately, the producers of the Oscars decided to put actor on last because they were so sure that spite wouldn't work. But then it did. But then also, the person that benefited from the spite was also not there. Yeah. So it immediately went off the air.
Anthony Hopkins is not a guy who does award shows. So
yeah, and also he's in his mid-80s in Wales, and it was, 4 in the morning when he would have received that award?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's the balls on them to just assume that it was going to happen. I didn't see the movie. This was the first year in a long time where I hadn't seen the majority of things. I think because, one, not a lot of things got released on time. Everything was pushed back,
as far as current movies, you see a lot in the theater.
Correct.
And I don't believe you made many trips to the theater.
I think we talked about this on a previous episode. I honestly can't even remember what the last thing I saw in theaters was.
I can tell you what mine. I can tell
I think we talked about it.
I can tell you very confidently my last 3 in chronological order. Birds of Prey, Doolittle,
Right.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
So yeah, Doolittle would have been one of the last, if not.
You might have seen something.
It might have been the last. I just can't think of what else I saw in theaters
What
in
if-
like March or April of 2020.
What if Doolittle's the last movie you'll ever see in the theater?
And then now we add in gunfire sounds because you just shoot me.
Yeah, but we're using old Western 6-shooters.
Yeah. Where like you take 12 shots and only one goes where you were aiming. Yeah, like I guess it's like the balls of that alone.
Yeah.
But the fact that like, yeah, you take away the fact that every other Best Picture gets that final moment of closing out the show. So you take that away from in all honesty. I don't want to take away from the movies nominated. This was the weakest year as far as things nominated. It was a real. We only have so many things.
Yeah, it was weak.
So, but that being said, I did really like Nomadland, and I cried for no apparent reason at the end. So.
I think it's because you have emotional problems.
Yeah, maybe. I might be an emotional baby, and but
and a physical baby.
and a physical baby. But yeah, like you're literally taking that away from
Chloe Zhao.
Like
Chloe Zhao. What a year! Directed the Best Picture winner and starred in Mulan. A joke I made during the Oscar stream last week that I might have gotten and will be getting in more trouble for.
Yeah, it's every other person that has ever won Best Picture gets that moment.
Yes.
Except for this one person who, like, yes, you can look at it as it's it's the only person that's never... But no, you're literally taking it away.
And the guys from Moonlight.
And the guys from Moonlight. But yeah, like...
But they know what they did.
But at least theirs was still the last award of the night.
Yes.
And then, so not only are you taking away that as the Best Picture, as being the final moment, but you've got a noted, not much of a speaker, Frances McDormand, who speaks for 20 seconds.
But she did Howl.
That was the first one. That was one Best
right.
Picture.
Sorry.
Yeah,
yes.
as Best Actress, she barely said
she did
anything.
Nothing.
And then
she just did it a couple years ago and told us that representation matters and ruined movies for the rest of history.
Yep. I said this during the show on Twitter because I was going to have an epic anti-wokeness meltdown of great massive proportions. But can you even believe that a bad actor doing a really fake bad accent in a bad movie is literally the reason why all of this is happening?
Leonardo DiCaprio in Blood Diamonds?
I'm glad you had one in the barrel.
Oh,
I didn't want a how about yeah.
They don't call me the sniper for nothing. Yes, guys, call me the sniper. I think it's really cool.
Do they call you the American sniper?
Call me okay. This will be an off-air investigative study. Have you seen the furry Chris Kyle pro gun book?
No.
Oh, Andrew.
Really?
We've got a night ahead of us.
All right, Chris Kyle.
And,
cool
and
guy.
also, I feel like we're gonna look at something after last podcast and didn't. And I
think it was
forgotten.
a dumb video of something that we didn't actually have to watch.
Correct.
I think it was just
but this make a note. Furry Chris Kyle, important.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Yeah.
So we don't forget. But yeah, so not only are you ending it with a woman who clearly doesn't really want to talk.
Yeah.
But then
She just wants to go home and fuck a Coen brother. Doesn't matter which one.
It doesn't matter which one.
She'll take either. She's married to both Coens, right?
I mean, they're inseparable.
They're poly.
So they're poly, yeah. But now and then
Polyamory, romance for autistic people.
So you ruin it for them. You ruin it for Best Picture.
Yes.
You then have somebody that doesn't want to actively talk, and then somebody wins that you won't let talk because you're so anti-zooming in on award shows.
Must be on
It's
premises.
like I wouldn't be surprised. Have ratings come out for this?
Yes.
I imagine it's very low.
So
Is it the lowest Oscars of all modern time?
it is the lowest Oscars of all modern time.
Doesn't surprise me.
The Oscars have been going down steadily every year by several percent.
Yeah, I think I knew that.
So last year was the lowest rated
Right.
ever. This was 60% from last year. Last year was the lowest ever with around 24 million. This was 9 million.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This is the ratings of like a decent basketball game.
Wow. Well, I guess I'm sure it's a combination of too much wokeness, not a lot of big name movies.
No
big name movies, no big name movie stars.
No one saw movies the last year.
You know, but like,
so no one was invested in anything being nominated.
But I mean, you also don't have like a George Clooney, a Brad Pitt.
They had a Brad Pitt.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I mean
not
like
in movies, like in
but
awards.
the old
like,
Korean lady from Minari got the fuck Brad Pitt.
That is true.
Yeah,
lucky her.
We should all be so lucky.
We should all be.
Although not honestly, I didn't want to fuck Brad Pitt at this year's Oscars because he had a ponytail and it was not doing it for me.
I think he does it for me no matter what.
You're still in? Okay.
Yeah, I'm always in.
Respect.
Yeah, it wasn't as star-studded as normal. I thought that the choice of music by Questlove was kind of weird.
There were some weird ones. We started during the commentary. We started a running joke that everyone's walk-off music was their favorite song, which led to some very funny things.
Okay,
like Chloe Zhao loves "Live and Let Die."
Yes, yeah, absolutely favorite. Yeah, number one with a bullet. I thought that they just tried too hard to make it not about like the serious old person like style of the Oscars.
You know what worried me the most from the get-go when I saw like the poster for this year's Oscars. I'm like, this is trying to be too hip and colorful.
It's trying to be.
This is supposed to be stodgy.
It's trying to be the Image Awards.
It is trying to be the goddamn NAACP Image Awards, and you know what the N stands for.
Do I?
Boy, I almost made it through.
And I thought that the Lil Rel stuff wasn't bad, but it just seemed so forced.
Even
it seemed like they were like, "Hey,
all of the Lil Rel stuff, through to the end."
Yeah.
You thought the Glenn?
No.
You thought the Glenn Close stuff was okay?
The stuff before,
okay,
like because he was involved in like a lot of the pre-show stuff, which I thought was
because the Glenn Close stuff was, I think, our low point as a society.
It was pretty silly, but. It was just, like it was the same thing. Like I'm saying, is like
look,
it was a way of showcasing like, hey, we're not like the old fuddy-duddy Oscars anymore.
Even this old bitch
with this old lady.
8 nominations, 0 wins, and a trash pussy,
but a great anus.
She knows the butt.
Yeah. Like I mean, I get it that they're trying to make it like, hey, this isn't just like a bunch of old guys nominating British movies that are like period pieces. They're nominating women movies that are period pieces.
Yeah, look how far we've come.
Of course. Yeah, so
we've gone all the way from Gosford Park to Little Women.
Or like Quills. Or Age of Innocence.
I do like a Marquis de Sade.
Yeah. But
best Marquis de Sade movie?
No.
Correct.
Not
right?
even close?
Not even close. I'm sorry, does anyone eat shit in Quills? I don't think so.
Is there forced rape of underage boys?
Advantage Sallow.
Advantage Sallow. The first movie I'm going to watch in my apartment, and then I didn't. It's not actually a good movie. It's just the one-time shock value of watching it, and then you're like, I don't need to see this again. So other than all that stuff, for anybody that has been waiting for me to say the worst thing I'm willing to say on this podcast is that every time that a person of a certain dark-skinned ethnic background won an award, the first thing they did was thank God, Jesus, whatever. and they gave all praise to him, like everything's possible with him, blah, blah, blah.
Or Allah, if they're a nation of Islam.
Except for none of them were. The only one is Mahersh, and he wasn't there.
Yeah, not enough NOIs.
No, but I do.
Which is beeps of interest. That's what the cops call them. Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
I'm glad
Guys, nobody listen to this.
The great thing is you're building
I'm
up
softening
to me.
the blow.
Exactly. It's amazing.
I don't even mean to be. I just have a disease.
Keep going. you have racist Asperger's.
Yeah.
Rastburgers.
Race burgers.
Race burgers.
Drew, hear me out. Would you like to start a mid to high end fast food hamburger chain along the lines of Wahlburgers, but saying Wahlburgers but it's racist doesn't really make sense. Would you like to
Mark did blind a Vietnamese
that's
man.
the thing. Would you like to start with me a burger franchise like Wahlburgers, and it's also racist?
Racist Wahlburgers. So Wahlburgers.
Yeah. Also racist
Racist Wahlburgers. An alternate reality Wahlburgers where the Wahlbergs aren't racist.
Yeah, where Mark didn't hate crime someone.
Yeah. And get away with it.
And
with no repercussions.
I know. I think he tossed the guy at 20 after he ripped his eyeball out.
Yeah, or he had 5 hours community service, and that community service can just be anything.
And that community service was filming Boogie Nights.
Yes. Yeah, you have to let a man touch your penis and then get beat up. That's the punishment.
But it's a fake penis, so it's fine.
That is true. A big, nice, glorious fake penis.
Juicy hog. I believe it was nominated.
Juiciest hog.
In 1997 for Juiciest Hog.
Held the record until Shame.
Yeah.
That was the juiciest hog.
Shame came out this year that we're doing.
And guess what?
Lots of nominations, except
So
none,
many.
and we can't do anything with it.
Yeah, I actually
Coward-ass
I looked
Academy.
at my top 10 and your top 10.
Yep.
And there are some glaring holes.
You betcha.
Like massively. Like my highest.
I got a glaring hole for you.
No, it's tight. It's small. I can't do it. That of my top 10.
Yeah.
If I was just going like whatever my highest movie was my number 5 of the year, would in theory be Best Picture.
Yeah.
1 to 4 got 0
Nothing.
nominations.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just because we're cool woke hipsters and we like other things.
Yeah,
or...
and everything we said before now, we were just kidding.
Yeah, it's
and
just
we're
jokes.
actually cool and woke.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Joking around. Just boys being boys.
Joshing. Horseplay.
Just locker room talk. Anywho, so the thing is that all these
Yes. Back to racism.
African American nominees, when they won their awards, immediately thanked God or Jesus.
Yeah.
And the only reason that they all do that is because the only people that are dumb enough to still believe in God and Jesus giving them good things despite how their lives are.
I'm going to have to distance myself
are
from this.
old black ladies who I imagine most of them were raised by.
I see. Well, Drew, you know what? I think that's the worst thing you've said on this podcast.
Well, I told you I'd do it.
This is Drew signing off. Welcome to the Scott Solo Oscars podcast. Stay tuned for next Monday with the Scott Solo Wrestling podcast because Drew's gone to jail.
Oh, what? Have I gone to wokeness jail? It was.
I mean, in a couple years, that's just going to be regular jail.
All right, where's my soapbox? I got more things to say.
Oh my god.
How can the Oscars be so white if that was Viola Davis's 4th nomination and she had won one?
In 3 years. Check the numbers, people.
Because we watched the red carpet. I was bribed into watching it, and by watching it, I mean
you came out on top.
Mostly played video games.
Yeah, you came out on top of that deal. You got to open a birthday present early.
2 weeks early.
Play video games with headphones on.
And still get angry about all the things they were saying.
Yes.
So they were talking about how Viola Davis won an Oscar and is one of the only black female actresses to win an award who was invited back the next year.
What?
And so then they were.
Do they mean nominated again,
I
or
guess.
just like who are they not invited?
I don't know. That's the thing.
What does that mean?
We've said this before. Like, when they're saying Oscar's so white. And it's
Whoopi Goldberg, get the fuck out of here.
Who do you want to win? Like, if it's so white and there's no black nominations, what's the black movie you want nominated? There isn't
That's
one.
the thing. Especially the year it happened.
Like,
when it happened, I'm like, because, like, I think all 20 acting nominees were white.
yeah.
Which is a lot. Which is
Sure.
more
Absolutely.
than the demographic.
Absolutely.
By the odds, 1 in 8 should be black. But then, sometimes it works more one way and more the other way. And I looked that year, besides Jada Pinkett wanting her husband nominated, which no one else did.
That's why he didn't get nominated.
Wasn't good. There was nothing else. There were no other snubs. There were no POC snubs.
And but if Will had been nominated and it was 1 out of 20, would have all of that have gone away? Like, there wouldn't be any like Oscars too white.
I mean, not from Jada.
Yeah,
certainly.
Well, she's the one that started it all.
And it should be about 2 out of 20 going with the odds.
Sure.
But then honestly, like, this is not a knock on the Oscars or the Academy. This is just a knock on systemic racism. Black actors may not be getting as many opportunities at starring roles. So yes, there will be even less than 1 in 8 nominees black.
Yeah. But here's the thing is they're so the focal point of it being so white is so insane to me, because even if you look at since, I don't know, whatever year, I can't even think of the specific year, but like Jamie Foxx, Denzel Washington, Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis, 2 Mahershala Ali's,
Halle Berry and Catwoman.
Halle Berry and Catwoman.
Jamie Foxx in Stealth.
Like all the Mexican directors that win.
Only Mexican directors.
You can only win if you're Mexican or Asian. Those are the only times only people that are allowed to win.
Mexican directors were like 7 for 8 or something.
Yeah, and like Ang Lee has won 2.
Ang Lee's Mexican.
Ang Leeches got him.
I was curious how you were going to make Ang Lee Mexican, and I like what we landed on.
Chong Lee, like Tommy Chong, who is clearly Mexican.
Yeah, I don't understand what Tommy Chong is.
I think he's native and white, and I think it's just a name.
No, he has no Asian.
I don't think so.
His name is Chong.
Is it
just because it rhymes with bong?
Is it his government name?
I think it is. That's why I think he's at least part Chinese, but just looks and sounds white and native.
Thomas Chong.
Yeah.
He's Canadian?
Yep.
Well,
so is Cheech Marin.
We'll all be a
Cheech and Chong,
son of a gun.
both good Canadian boys. Cheech is from the Mexican part of Canada, which definitely exists.
What? I don't think so, man. He was born in California.
No, I know. I was lying.
Oh, it's a real gotcha situation. I gotcha. His mother is Scottish-Irish, and his father is Chinese-Canadian.
I'll be damned.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. I like Tommy Chong. I think he's pretty funny. I don't know that I like Cheech and Chong, but him on that 70s show is great.
I like them both separately.
Me too.
I think they're bad influences on each other when they get together.
You were a big Cheech Marin fan on Nash Bridges?
Love Cheech on Nash Bridges. He did a voice of something. What do I like him voicing?
Think of a stereotypical racist Mexican thing.
That was it.
That was what he did.
That was the one I liked.
Ferdinand.
That's John Cena.
Oh my god, if he was in Ferdinand, Scott, I would lose my goddamn mind. I was joking,
I mean,
but what if he's in Ferdinand?
It's not out of the question. This is about to be a very exciting discovery.
Cheech Marin.
You got it, baby. Come on.
Oh man, he's in From Dusk Till Dawn. That movie rules.
Yep.
Ferdinand, come on, give me Ferdinand. Give me goddamn Coco. He can only be in one, so it was Coco, not Ferdinand.
What about The Book of Life? The secret third Mexican.
That one's so much better. I will fight anyone. He's. Oh, you haven't seen that? That's definitely a voice. He does something. He was.
What?
He's a stereotypically racist Cars and Cars 2.
Oh, is he like the exact kind of car I'm picturing?
Yeah.
Love it.
And his name is Ramon.
Perfect.
Uh,
The thing is, and we should look into it, if Pixar was very clever. There's a reason Pixar is a successful company. Because as long as you present it in a new way that's never been presented before, like Cars, you can still do racism.
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're retards. He's Bonsai in the Lion King.
Of course.
Yeah.
He's one of the hyenas. Cheech, Whoopi, and
Eric Andre.
I see. A child Eric Andre.
Well, he's in the second one.
I
That's
know
what
he's in the
Whoopi,
Whoopsie, Cheech,
and
and Daniel Stern.
Jim Cummings, but not the one we like. The other one.
He's a hyena?
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh voice.
He's the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. He's Ed. He's the dumb one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of voices.
Yeah. Not the Jim Cummings we love, but the other Jim Cummings.
I mean, I think a lot of people love that Jim Cummings too.
I love the other Jim
I
Cummings.
think people like Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the
Overrated.
Winnie the shit.
Winnie the
Winnie the Jew.
Winnie the
say.
J.K. Simmons.
You just don't ever want to do a
I
podcast
didn't,
again.
You know what? I didn't say it. You said it.
You did a big.
I baited you.
A big broad hand gestures like you're in a silent movie.
I sent
and
you
started the J.
I sent you messages on Instagram as a 13-year-old girl. And you fell for it, you big dummy. All right, so let's enough of the racism and the 2021 Oscars or 2020 Oscars. This is the 2011 Oscars. It is the
good.
It is the second to last Oscars that we will ever do because I'm murdering Scott after next episode. It's the second.
You know what? Honestly, you could because you'd save me a lot of watching.
That is true. This is the second to last Oscars where we've already seen
Where there's some kind of
everything
overlap.
nominated.
Yeah.
Since we did season 2 of the best movies of the decade,
Yeah.
so starting in 2 weeks,
We're in new territory.
it'll be a whole brand new everything.
And y'all won't know shit because if like dedicated listeners will largely be able to guess from 2010 to 2019 probably what we'll have
In
for
theory,
Best
yes.
Picture
Yeah.
based on our top 10s of the decade.
Unless those things aren't nominated.
Occasionally
then you have to
Drew
go
will
top 5.
surprise you, but normally the highest nominated the nominated movie that ranked highest for us is going to be our Best Picture by and large. But after 2010,
It's a whole new ball game.
the betting lines are going to get much more interesting.
It's
Vegas is taking odds on us.
It's going to be the Wild West.
Yeah.
Wild West, Wiki Wild West.
1999
Yeah.
Best Picture
with a bunch
Wild
of
West.
racist black jokes and cripples jokes.
Did we've talked about this no less than probably 7 times on the podcast. Does Kenneth Branagh say the N-word in Wild Wild West?
No.
Or was it just us while we were
I
watching
think it was us watching it, doing an impersonation of Kenneth Branagh.
That honestly, I think
saying the
is
N-word.
right. Yeah.
I can't imagine there would be because in theory that movie's for kids
It's PG
or like
13.
a younger audience.
Yeah.
Right. It's not made for.
It's made for
30-year-olds.
Yeah, it's made for regular tweens and teens and like dumb adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine they're going to put the.
Just like all the Marvel movies.
Oh, I see that you and.
I went to hot take camp. I did.
Take camp.
Just got back from HTC. Also, not a bad technology company.
HTC.
Yeah, they make a couple of phones. They make a virtual reality.
Is it Huawei? Or
It is not a Huawei.
Huawei.
No, they're their own thing. Yeah, they were in the phone game for a bit. They maybe still are, but they make the HTC Vive, the
Okay, yeah.
the virtual reality
Right.
thing.
I'm more of an HTTP man, but
Hypertext transfer protocol, you say?
that's me. You know me. I'm that guy. I'm your boy.
I mean, that does sound like you because I'm more of a hypertext transfer protocol secure guy. little HTTPS for you. Drew's not so secure.
This is
either our best or worst podcast.
this is the dumbest podcast.
I honestly, I'm excited for feedback because I'm not sure.
Well, we'll find out.
It's not. I'll say this. This one's not in the middle.
No, top or bottom.
This is not in the middle.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to be rubbed in the wrong manner, as opposed to the normal manner.
The good manner.
But I think having a podcast and saying silly and funny and racist things is funny. I am not any of those things. I am not silly.
No.
I am not funny.
Confirmed.
I am not racist.
On the fence. Jury's out.
But I think having an audience and saying things in the humorous manner is fun. So
is
I'm gonna
fun. Look,
keep doing it.
As long as you envelop yourself in a shroud of irony, you can always just say I was joking.
Of course. Ha 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 jokes. JK.
Simmons?
JK Simmons.
Rowling?
Yeah. No. We're not on JK Rowling's team. Okay. 2011. It was a year. So what do you got for the screenplay of the best screenplay?
I suppose this is the part where I have to pull up where I wrote my notes.
This is the part where you have to panic pick your choices and then just pick a winner based off of what I say.
There's gonna be a year.
Oh, okay, for sure.
There's gonna be a year
Yeah.
where I haven't done one thing.
One lick of research.
A lick. And I am going to wing the shit out of it.
Go for it.
And no one will be the wiser
Go for it.
because I'm that good.
Go for it. So,
You're going to like the way you look.
the winner for original screenplay was Midnight in Paris from Woody Allen.
Official sponsor of the podcast because it's not Monster Punch Chaotic Gay Man's Warehouse.
Yeah.
You're gonna like the way you look, and then we're gonna fuck you.
You know, you're gonna like the way you fuck.
You're gonna like the way you fuck. I guarantee it.
So Midnight in Paris, Woody Allen. I kept it.
Kept it.
Best adapted screenplay was The Descendants. I also kept it.
Didn't keep it.
Okay, fair. I kept A Separation.
Me too.
I kept Moneyball.
I didn't.
And
I think I was pretty tough on Moneyball for this one, even though I like it.
And that's it. The other one I added.
Did I keep any that you didn't keep? No.
You didn't keep The Ides of March?
I would have loved to have kept the Ides of March. I mean, both co-stars, very handsome.
Correct.
So, I'm not going to say anything bad about a movie with Ryan Gosling and George Clooney. But I also have it nominated for 0 things.
Gotcha.
So what else? So you have Midnight in Paris, Separation,
The Descendants,
Moneyball.
And I added The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, even though it was already a movie that was written.
I mean, that's true. But I mean, that's what adapted screenplay is
Correct.
for. I also added The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I also added Footnote. And I also added Bullhead.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very cool.
Because if you're going to write a movie about a boy who gets his testicles destroyed with a rock by a retarded older boy,
I'm gonna nominate it.
and then that boy has to go on serious testosterone injections to even go through puberty.
To even be a man.
To even be a biological man. And then on top of that, gets severely addicted to steroids.
Yeah.
I'm going to nominate
I'm going to nominate it.
I don't care where you're from.
That's fair. I picked Midnight in Paris.
Midnight in Paris.
Yep.
Yep.
It is a very unique and interesting story, and if
It's-
anything, I like giving Woody Allen Oscars.
I love giving Woody Allen Oscars.
It's my favorite thing.
I don't think I've given one Woody Allen related besides Cate Blanchett for Blue Jasmine. There
Yes.
have been I nominated Blue Jasmine for Best Picture. That's probably because there's not that much good Woody after Blue Jasmine.
In the 2010s, it's hard.
Yeah.
The farther back you go, there might
Yeah.
be some more options.
Are you a big Wonder Wheel guy?
Sure.
Cafe Society.
I might have seen that, maybe.
I think I saw Cafe Society. It's whatever.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
There's a couple in the 2000s that are pretty good.
Big Curse of the Jade Scorpion guy.
I've never seen it. I've always wanted to see it, though.
That is also a statement about me. How do you like them apples?
I've never seen it, but I want to.
Yes.
It.
Oh, the movie It?
Oh. No.
Chapter 1 or chapter... No. The Curse of the Jade Scorpion is the same for me. Have not seen it, would like to see it.
Gotcha. I thought you were saying that I haven't seen it in reference to your penis, and I
Would you
want
fucking
to see
grow up?
your
We're
penis.
trying to do a goddamn podcast
We're doing a
about
mature
movies here.
adult podcast.
This is a podcast for...
Say it. Say
It's not even
it.
offensive.
Oh.
I just thought it was funny. This is a podcast for men. This is a men's podcast.
Men's podcast. Gay men's podcast. If you listen to this, you are a gay man.
I love doing a podcast for men.
All right, let's do best supporting actress.
Okay.
So the winner was Octavia Spencer for The Help. I kept her.
I kept her.
What else you got?
I got... who did I keep amongst y'all? None besides Octavia Spencer?
I kept 0 as well.
Excellent.
Yep. What do you got?
Well, let me see. What do you think about Shailene Woodley for The Descendants?
I also added her.
Pretty good. What do you got?
I got Melanie Laurent for Beginners.
Thought about her, but do not have her. My apologies. What do you think about Marion Cotillard for Midnight in Paris?
I wanted to, but I had other ones I wanted to put in. So
Fair enough.
as much as I love her and like giving her Oscars,
I love giving her Oscars.
me too.
Yeah.
But I had a couple other ones I wanted to put in instead. So, what do you think about Saray Bayat?
Got her.
For A Separation.
Got her.
And
Love it.
What do you think about Carey Mulligan for Drive?
Yes.
You put her in actress.
I didn't put her in anything.
Okay. Because
So-
you hate women.
Well,
And she is legally a woman.
that seems like a lucky guess on your part and not something actually based on research.
Okay,
So
fair.
I'm not going to give it to
Fair.
you.
Totally
like,
fine.
yes, you're right, but not for the right reasons.
Right.
I ran out after 4.
Oh, okay.
And I threw in, I think to spite Melissa McCarthy being nominated, I think I threw in Maya Rudolph
Okay.
instead of her.
Sure.
But
Totally fine. Or, like, yeah.
but I might enact my steal for Carey Mulligan. What's the other one you have that I don't?
Melanie Laurent for Beginners.
It's good too, but I might take Carey.
Okay.
I'm taking Carey.
Okay. It's
Sorry, Maya.
A steal, not a trade.
A steal, not a trade. Correct. Yeah,
Um,
you don't have to take one of mine.
Who did you pick?
I had no strong feelings about it. I gave it to Marion Cotillard
Okay.
because she's excellent in the movie. She doesn't have a giant part in the movie, but
No.
it's enough
Yeah.
for a good supporting actress part.
Correct.
But like none really jumped out at me. I mean, I looked out the 5. One of whom is now gone already. So clearly she didn't set my world on fire. But Shailene Woodley's good. Like she held up her end with George Clooney a
Yeah.
lot, which is strong considering she was 17.
17, yeah. 16, 17.
Yeah. Octavia Spencer's good. Sareb Bayat, I really liked. I mean, honestly, maybe her. I will hear you out.
I chose Saray Bayat.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. I think all 4 were incredible performances. Like, it's 4 of the best performances. In any other year, I am willing to give them 4 out of 4.
This is strong.
But I think in the other 3, spoiler alert, there are stronger choices. And I think one person deserves to win from that cast. And so I give it to her.
I gotcha. And you're not wrong. And as such, I will be enacting my one steal
One
of the podcast as per the rules
As per the
laid
rules.
out under the Marquis of Queensberry.
Yeah.
My one steal is Surah Bayat. Please don't listen to 3 minutes ago in the podcast. I implore you, please go back in time and do not listen to it. And also go back in time and make it so I did not say, which is now clipped and uploaded as its own YouTube video on the Adam Plays YouTube. Me seeing the female character in Super Meat Boy for the first time and proclaiming that's a wet little girl, and immediately
Without even missing a beat.
filled with regret.
Oh, I wish I could immediately go back and not say that. Well, I'm glad that we agreed on that. I was leaning towards Octavia Spencer because I do think she's very good in that. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I wanted to give something in the acting department to Separation, and that was just the one that fit.
You happen to have 2 other acting nominations for that movie?
I happen to have 3 other nominations for that movie.
The brother.
I nominated every lead, all 4 of the 2 husbands and 2 wives.
I like your
Spoiler
style.
alert.
I didn't do the other husband because I thought he was too disruptive.
Fair, all right. Best Supporting Actor.
Yes.
So the winner was Christopher Plummer for Beginners.
Yes.
I kept him.
I also kept him, and I extended his nomination because I think it's for Beginners and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Sure. Yeah.
But he doesn't get 2 nominations.
I did have him written down originally as both.
Yeah.
And then just figured since he won for Beginners, I'll just keep it for Beginners.
Sure.
In
Beginners, he's gay, so it's cooler.
Correct. I kept Nick Nolte for Warrior.
I kept Nick Nolte for Warrior.
I also added Tom Hardy for Warrior.
I didn't.
Okay, fair. I added Shahab Hosseini for A Separation.
I didn't because he was disruptive.
Fair. Okay, so what do you have? I haven't said my winner yet. My winner's the last one. So what do you got?
I haven't said my winner either, and I'm excited that it might be the same.
Interesting.
Yeah. Man.
So what do you got? You got Christopher Plummer.
The kissing we could do.
I mean, unfortunately this isn't the kissing podcast.
Guys, can you are you guys mad at us?
Are you mad? You angry, bro?
We're not trying to make you mad. We're trying to make it special.
Yeah. We can't just kiss all the time.
Is that okay?
Because then when we kiss, it's going to be magical.
Because season 2, we kissed a lot.
We kiss a lot.
Yeah.
Probably not as much as we should, though.
No.
Okay, so you got Christopher Plummer, you got Nick Nolte.
That's correct. I've got Stellan Skarsgård.
Thought about it, but I didn't have enough people.
But he did so much rape.
Oh, I know, but you can't nominate every rapist. We already gave Woody Allen an Oscar.
You got me there.
Yeah.
I kept Jonah Hill.
Okay.
And here's why. Because I want to encourage this sort of behavior from Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill's a fat nerd.
Yeah.
Play it.
Don't tell him that.
Don't get fancy.
No, he's a hipster, bro.
No.
He's got to get neck tattoos.
Don't get neck tattoos.
Directs his own
Don't
movies
make
now.
movies about skateboarding. You're a fat nerd.
I've on record.
I want you 350 pounds,
Yeah.
big ol' afro.
I on record have stated how much I hate John A. Hill.
Yeah.
But this is one of the only performances where I don't actively hate him.
Yeah. And this is one of his first, dramas, right?
Yeah, it's mostly been silly ass comedies.
A lot of Superbads.
And this was the last fat Jonah Hill. He doesn't do fat anymore.
He doesn't do fat, but didn't he relapse once in the mid-2010s?
War Dogs.
Yeah.
And he got a little bit fat, but not this fat.
Not this fat.
He's done being a fat guy.
Yeah, no, he's fat, but he's not loopy fat, so I give him an A.
Because even in 21 and 22 Jump Street, he's chunky, but not fat.
But not, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we both have one left.
I wanted to give... It's not my one. I wrote it in...
Buffoon.
brackets because I wanted to recognize it. I don't think it's a large enough role to nominate, but if it was a little larger, I would love to give it to John Hamm for Bridesmaids.
For Bridesmaids. Yeah, he's excellent.
Because he's...
Oh, I really want you to leave, but I don't know how to say it without sounding like a jerk.
Like, I love... Look,
handsome.
You can...
Talented. Funny. Handsome. He's got the 4 things you need.
Like, you will always win me over with Mean Boyfriend.
Absolutely.
Always.
Especially when he's that handsome.
Batting 1,000 with handsome Mean Boyfriend.
And a giant dick. All right, well, my winner...
Are we going to say our winners at the same time?
Off the board.
We're going to go 3, 2, 1, say the
battle?
name. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, battle.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay? 3, 2, 1,
Albert Brooks Drive.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Albert Brooks for Drive.
That would be a French kiss.
I knew that I was going to choose him, but then earlier today I watched several clips of him from that movie. Like
cemented it?
Like I wasn't in doubt. But
Yeah.
I just like I wanna just relive this and make sure that like I know that for a fact
If the elevator alone,
the elevator, the scene in the diner thing with him and Ron Perlman where he murders that other dude, and just like it's so out of character for Albert Brooks, because he's like a comedy guy or like
he's a jokester,
like a dramatic comedy guy, right, and now he's just like a hardened badass murderer,
Jewish mafia.
Oh, he rules.
A greater oxymoron I've never heard.
The nerd who's not into Star Wars, or the gay guy who's not into anal,
or the handsome
or
Jew.
the handsome Jew. He's not a handsome Jew. He's an old Jew.
I guess he was never particularly handsome.
Not really, but he wasn't ugly.
No, he was
ugly.
He was regular looking.
Have you ever seen the?
He wasn't like a George Segal type in his youth.
No. Have you ever seen The Scout with him and Brendan Fraser?
Oh, no.
Very good.
Yeah?
I highly recommend. Yeah, very, very good.
Did they kiss?
They do not kiss. That's us. Okay.
That's us.
Well, in the since we're changing things around, so I'm gonna go backwards. We'll go back to a best actress.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do best picture and then the 2 acting awards.
Well, if you want to do it correct. So best actress, the winner was Meryl Streep for The Iron Lady.
Yes.
I kept her.
I feel like we were both reluctant in keeping her. We were both keeping her out of obligation.
Well, it's a good performance.
Yes.
It's just a boring movie.
Uh-huh.
But she's excellent in it. I kept Viola Davis for The Help.
I didn't.
I kept Rooney Mara for The Dragon Tattoo.
I did.
I added Rachel McAdams for Midnight in Paris.
So did I.
And I added Layla Hatami for Separation.
So did I.
So what do you got if you didn't keep Viola Davis?
You know what? Wouldn't you like to know?
In fact, I would. I'm dying to know.
Oh, you would. I see. I didn't add. No, added. I added someone who had a very big year. Someone who was nominated for supporting, who I didn't keep, but added for lead. That being Jessica Chastain for your favorite movie of the decade, The Tree of Life.
Yeah, it is.
And also, even though it wasn't nominated, so I can't count it, she was also in Take Shelter that year. So she
yes, that's right.
She had a pretty fucking good year.
Yeah, she was busy.
And then Zero Dark 30 the next year. So
yeah.
I'm not worried about Jessica Chastain. She's getting work.
I definitely had an internal question about cutting her from Best Supporting or not. She was in for a while, and then I replaced her with Melanie Laurent. So,
right.
Okay, so you got Streep, Rooney Mara.
Yeah. McAdams, Hatami, Chastain.
All right, I got Streep, Davis, Mara, Hatami, and McAdams. I gave it to Viola Davis.
Oh, I gave it to Rooney Mara.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think both are great performances, so...
Answer me this. Which got raped more?
That we know of?
You know what? I guess we can't...
I feel like
in terms of total numbers, we can't be sure.
It was the South, and she would have been young in the early aughts, so... You know?
You know what? I might have been hoisted on my own retard on this one.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, Best Actor. Now, this is a point of contention.
I started with like 10.
Yeah, me too. I had
And had to cut.
I had 7 maybe originally.
Yeah.
So the winner was Jean Dujardin.
Yeah.
For the artist, I did not keep because I think that movie is a joke.
I see.
I've stated my opinions on.
You're not going to like my last 3 awards.
All right, fair. I assume you kept.
Well, he's it's questionable.
Name one other movie he's done.
Trois Couleurs Rouges.
I think you're lying to me.
I am, but it is a French movie.
The Monuments Men is the only other one I can think of.
Monuments Man. Damn it.
So did you? So he's on the bubble, or you did keep him?
Fun fact about Monuments Man.
It's bad.
It is kind of bad. I did see it, and it wasn't very good.
It's boring.
It is
especially
boring.
Considering the cast.
Great cast.
One of the best
Great
cast.
cast who does nothing.
Yeah.
Because, it's like Bill Murray, John Goodman.
Clooney? I believe Clooney. I believe Matt Damon.
And the aforementioned Jean Dujardin.
And Jean Dujardin. Yeah.
The fun fact is it's the last movie on the Leonard Maltin app. That's the last one that got added before it was shut down.
Okay, interesting. Mm-hmm. So we can still play Doug Love's movies with
up to and including the Monuments Man.
All right.
Dujardin is on the bubble.
Okay.
Fighting it out with Gary Oldman. So I think you're going to tell me which one of those should stay.
I have neither.
I see.
And you know that I would say Oldman. So
yes.
It's entirely your opinion if you believe me in the fact that I hate the artist. The autist, as we decided last episode.
It is the autist, yes.
I should probably talk more towards the mic and less towards you.
He did a good job, though.
I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah, and he did a good silent movie in 2011.
I just hate hokey, shticky bullshit, and that's what the artist is.
See, I hate hokey, sticky bullshit, too, and I went into the movie theater with my dearly non-departed mother, my mother who is still with us.
How come you didn't nominate the dog?
I thought about it.
Didn't nominate the tiger last year. Not nominating the dog this year.
Okay, I will say my biggest snub of the decade so far has been Richard Parker from Life of Pi. But I went into the theater with your attitude. I'm like, this shit's gonna be gay. And then I was so charmed by it.
What does that say about you?
Nothing.
All right. Fair.
Nothing can be read into it.
Nothing can be said. Okay, well,
I'm almost going to give it to him.
I didn't keep either. So.
I've almost talked myself into giving it to him. Anyway, let's talk about the other ones and circle back.
I kept George Clooney for The Descendants.
Kept George Clooney.
I kept...
Nope. I lied.
Oh.
I didn't.
Okay.
I lied right to your face, and I'm sorry.
I kept Damien Bashir for A Better Life.
I didn't. I knew we would have a lot of different ones.
Because you didn't see it?
No, what?
A Better Life?
A Better Life? I saw A Better Life.
Okay. I was sure.
Yeah.
And then the other three
I knew we'd have a lot of different for actor and director.
The other three are new. So I kept Bashir and Clooney. I didn't keep Pitt, Oldman, or Dujardin.
That's interesting.
I wanted to keep Pitt, but there were other people I wanted to put in.
Well, what I did was I Christopher Plummered him, and Pitt gets it for Moneyball and Tree of Life.
Ah, right. My favorite movie.
Your favorite movie.
Okay. That's fair. So you got Pitt, and that's it.
Maybe Oldman.
Maybe Oldman. Okay.
Maybe Dujardin, but not Oldman and Dujardin.
One or the other.
No Bashir, no Clooney.
Okay. I added Daniel Craig for the Dragon Tattoo.
He was one of my many late cuts.
Okay. I added Payman Moadi for A Separation.
I have him.
And I added New York Islanders star defenseman Matthias Schoenaerts for Bullhead.
I also added Matthias Schoenaerts for Bullhead. The one that has not been mentioned for me is Ryan Gosling for Drive.
See, I thought about it. I don't know how much acting there is. It's a real Leo in the Revenant for me.
True, you can
physically, yes.
You can say there isn't a lot, but to be able to do as much as he did with basically no dialogue is kind of why I went with it. Sure. And also another guy I'm potentially nominating was in a silent movie as well. So apparently you don't need to talk for me to like you.
Sure.
Am I keeping Dujardin or Oldman? You know what? Dujardin. Fuck it.
All right.
Who am I?
Just to fuck with me, and you're changing Brad Pitt to Tree of Life just to fuck with me?
You know, yeah, Brad Pitt only for Tree of Life, not for Moneyball.
And Jean Dujardin for me, for the artist, because you hate me.
And Jean Dujardin for The Monuments Men.
The Monuments Men.
2015.
Yeah.
Who is your winner?
I think maybe a completely out of nowhere win. Damien Bashir for A Better Life.
Damien Bashir. I mean, I like him a lot, and that was like one of his first major
like American
roles,
like English language movies.
Yeah,
he's been in a lot of other
that
Mexican
normal
stuff.
people had seen.
It's the most recent of the movies I watched. And I don't know. I maybe just really stuck with me because it's the most recent one I watched. But I thought he was incredible on it. And I like him in other things he's in. Don't ask me to tell you what they are.
I would never.
Okay. Who do you got?
I went with your boy, Matthias Schoenaerts.
Okay. Can't argue with that at all.
He put on 60 pounds.
Yes.
That's not an exaggerated number. That's the real number.
60
as
pounds
per
of
Wikipedia.
beef.
He put on 60 pounds of beef for this role.
He's a beef boy.
He's great in it.
Yep.
And yeah, I cannot say enough good things about it. And I'm even glad that it even got nominated for Best Foreign because not a lot of people have seen this movie. I had not heard of it until you told me to watch it for this year.
I had not heard of it until my friend Jordan told me to watch it.
Actually, no, I didn't watch it until we did our end of decade one. I didn't watch it for 2011.
Right.
Because I don't think you even told me about it by then.
I think it was when we did the list.
Yeah.
It was on my list, and I think I had just assumed you had seen it because it was
an
Oscar nomination. So, okay, I cannot argue with Matthias Schoenaerts.
Yeah,
I think he's great. And it's a shame that he didn't get any recognition for the Mustang because I think I would have maybe given him the Oscar for the Mustang.
I fucking love the Mustang.
So good.
He punches the horse in the goddamn face.
All right,
Two best horse punches in movie history: the Mustang and Blazing Saddles.
Okay, so best director.
I think we're gonna have some different ones.
The winner was Michel Hazanavicius. For the Autist.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't keep him.
He much like his star Jean. He's currently on the bubble.
Okay.
We'll see how he fares. I think you'll be able to persuade. I know there's more parts to that word to the other side of the bubble.
I kept Alexander Payne for The Descendants.
Didn't.
Okay, fair. I kept Woody Allen for Midnight in Paris.
I did.
And I did not keep Martin Scorsese for Hugo or Terrence Malick for The Tree of Life.
I kept Terrence Malick.
Of course you did.
I know.
I like 3 of his movies, and the rest of them I don't like.
Let me see if I can name them.
You can't.
The Tree of Life.
Okay.
The Tree of Life.
Yeah.
And The Tree of Life.
Yes.
Perfect.
Tree of Life Director's Cut.
Yeah.
Tree of Life Ultimate Cut.
Final Cut.
And Final Cut.
I wish they had Blade Runner Tree of Life.
Thin Red Line.
Badlands.
The New World and Badlands are the 3 that I like. The rest of them I think are just too artsy fartsy for my dumb white trash brain.
You're not I like the recent one.
Oh, A Better Life. No.
I think Hidden Life.
A Hidden Life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked most of it, not all of it.
Could have been an hour shorter, but I liked it.
So you kept Malick, Allen, and maybe Hazanavicius.
I'll tell you who Hazanavicius is against, and you can tell me to get rid of Hazanavicius.
It's probably at least 2, if not 3, of my other 3.
It's Asghar Farhadi.
I absolutely have Asghar Farhadi.
You know what? I gave it to Jean. Michelle doesn't need it.
Okay.
Farhadi's in.
I got Payne, Farhadi, and Allen so far.
I got
David Fincher for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
I mean, I do have that, as a matter of fact.
I also have David
Woody
Fincher.
Allen, Terrence Malick, and Farhadi. And do we both have one left? Mm-hmm. Is it
our boy Nick Refn for Drive?
It's our boy Nick Refn for Drive.
We're on first name, nickname basis with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't use his full name. We just call him Nick Refn.
Nick Refn.
Nick Refn for Drive.
Okay, so we're only one different? I thought we would
Refn, Allen, Farhadi, and Fincher.
Yeah.
And then I have Payne, and you have Malick.
Yeah. So, yeah, less different than I thought.
I went with David Fincher for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
I thought about him. He did a great job. I love David Fincher, even though Mank was hard to get into.
I didn't watch it.
It's a very good movie that's a little tough to care about.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
It seems like that.
Yeah. It's hard to sink your teeth into it. But the guy who played
Mank.
Orson...
Yeah, the guy.
Who's that guy who played Mank?
I've seen the guy who plays
The guy who plays
Orson
Orson
Welles.
Welles.
with the cleft lip.
Great Orson Welles.
I heard. Yeah, I've seen pictures of
Yeah.
him from the movie, and I'm like, oh, is that Orson Welles?
It looks. Yeah, I'm
Did
like.
they just bring him back to life and de-age him?
Yeah, did they how about a specific reference? Did they Stanley Kubrick in Operation Avalanche him?
Did they Emperor Palpatine in those new Star Wars movies?
Barf.
Whatever. So you gave it to Farhadi?
No, because he was on the bubble. He's lucky.
Oh,
He's lucky he's even here.
Fair.
I gave it to Woody Allen because I love giving Woody Allen Oscars.
In 2011, he had done nothing
wrong. In 2021, he had done nothing wrong. Fight me.
The opinions of Scott Henson do not.
Also, the opinions of Drew Smith, and maybe even more so.
And even more so. In fact, I told him to say that.
The opinions of Scott Henson are not his own. He is very suggestible and stupid.
He is very dumb. All right, so now we're on to the best picture, the main event, as it always should be.
Yeah.
So the winner was The Autist.
Hey, next year's Oscars, take a page from Drew and Scott.
Do it last.
Do Best Picture last, assholes.
So the
Even if Black Panther dies, even if
he dies again,
even if Scarlet Witch dies next year,
Scarlet Witch.
even if WandaVision dies next year, fucking do Best Picture last, okay, guys? I don't care how many Marvel stars have to die.
All of them? What if it's Jeremy Renner? You'd be real sad if Jeremy Renner died.
I would, because as per one of my favorite tweets ever, not mine, just one I read, Jeremy Renner looks like a postman who had several wishes granted by God.
Yep. Very accurate.
Did he have his own app?
Yes, and he also has his own band.
Yeah, and the band and the app were like
Yeah.
intertwined.
They were together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like motivational speaking, but also music. Ugh. But only his band.
Jeremy, I'm trying to like you, man. Come on.
I hear he's a nice guy.
I hear he's a nice guy.
But that's it.
Well, wouldn't you be too if the only reason you were where you were is because you had wishes granted by God?
God.
I think you'd be fairly humble.
God's not real. Okay, so the winner was The Autist. I obviously didn't keep it.
You bet your ass I kept it.
course
Also kept the Tree of Life. Nailing it so far.
All right. I kept The Descendants.
I didn't.
I did not keep Extremely Autistic and Incredibly Autistic.
That's my winner.
Okay, fair.
It's my favorite winner. No one did. Can you even believe it was nominated for an Oscar?
I don't know.
It was nominated for Best Picture.
Yep, and that's it. Oh,
Max
von Sydow
for supporting.
Then
Now we're going to be more similar.
The Help is on the bubble, but
Get it out.
It's The Help and one other thing.
Tell me the other one.
Well, we'll get there. I didn't keep Hugo.
No.
I kept Midnight in Paris.
Yes.
I kept Moneyball.
Moneyball was my last cut.
I did not keep Tree of Life, and I did not keep Warhorse.
Correct. I hope there's one in there that you added.
I added The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Me too.
I added Bullhead.
Me too.
I added Drive.
Me too.
I added A Separation.
Me too. Good little streak.
I added A Better Life.
I didn't.
And the other one that was on the bubble with The Help is Footnote.
I have it.
So you're saying I should keep The Help so we don't have the same ones.
Footnote is my number 5 movie of the year of anything, nominees or not.
All right, see you, Help. Peace out.
So Footnote by a mile.
Yeah, so Descendants, Footnote, Moneyball, Better Life, Girl with Dragon Tattoo, A Separation, Bullhead, Drive, Midnight in Paris.
Yeah, you've said 8 of mine. Or 7. How many are known? All but 1. Let's say, 8 of 9. So I got
7 of 9.
Jerry Ryan.
Yeah.
The Artist, The Tree of Life, good start. Both big Drew movies.
Yeah.
Midnight in Paris, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Separation, Bullhead, Footnote, Drive, and one that I am very disappointed was not on your list.
Maybe I forgot it.
Maybe you did. Maybe it's a steal.
Is it this?
No, but it's in the same category as that.
Is it this?
No, asshole.
Oh, I did. Honestly, I guess I must have just skipped right over it.
Now, are we going to have to
okay.
rejig?
Sorry, footnote.
Because so for those who aren't looking at the computer screen right now, my ninth is Puss in Boots.
I think I just don't even look at the animated ones because, for the most part, what do you nominate them for?
I mean, I look at them for a Miyazaki, and if they're there, I nominate them for Best Picture.
So, 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah. Well, now I'm changing my winner. So
okay, going all the way.
All
I like
the way
that.
from not on the list because I missed it to winning Best Picture.
I like it.
It's not Best Picture. Okay.
Is it going in?
It's going in. It replaced Footnote.
Aw.
Sorry, man.
Replace.
Sorry. Nope. The rest of them are too good.
Give me them again. I'll tell you what to replace.
Midnight in Paris.
Keep it.
Drive.
Keep it.
Bullhead.
Keep it.
A Separation.
Keep it.
Girl Dragon Tattoo.
Keep it.
A Better Life. I'm keeping it. Moneyball. Keeping it. Puss in Boots. Descendants. Keeping it. Sorry, Scott. You lose.
I'd say Moneyball or Descendants.
No one likes you.
I see.
This is me telling you that no one likes you.
Well, this is a shame. Stop blowing your guns
I also
out.
really like Rango, but it's not as good as Puss in Boots.
You and your Rango.
Shut up.
You're
know
just.
My dad likes that movie.
Wow.
What a weird thing for him to like.
You just love domestic abuse victims.
Absolutely. That's why we giving Woody Allen Oscars.
You bitch, Mia.
You goddamn bitch. You're lying to him about his own goddamn son. I don't know if we'll have the same winner.
Let me. Oh, I don't have your top 10 handy, so I don't know. I don't know either. Mine's Midnight in Paris. How do you like that?
Weird. You're really on a Woody kick.
I mean, it was my number 3 for the year, and
1 and 2 weren't nominated.
1, 2, and 4 were not nominated.
Well, shame. Get on it.
Yeah, you're right. Shame. Fucking get on it. It was my number. It was both of our number 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for me, number 2 was The Guard.
Ah, yeah.
So
No Guard.
also not nominated.
My number 2 was The Skin I Live In.
And my
Nothing.
number 3 was The Skin I Live In.
Yeah.
And my number 4 was something else.
My number 4 was Melancholia. Nothing. Then Footnote, A Separation, Drive. Where the fuck was Tilda Swinton for We Need to Talk About Kevin? My number 8.
I lied. Intouchables was my number 1.
That's right.
Shame was number 2. Guard was number 3. The Skin I Live In was 4. And then my winner is A Separation.
Nice.
A Separation.
I can't be mad at that.
Is excelente.
Great.
I actually, the more I look at my list for that, is the more
you're
I wish.
in love with Iran.
The more I wish I had moved it up my list. I don't know where, because I don't know what I'd want to replace, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I could have justified like moving The Guard back, even though I love it. I could have justified moving The Guard back to put A Separation higher, but
Sure.
here we are.
Yeah,
We lived our life.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah. So, did we have?
You
We
okay?
had one. We had 2 the same. Midnight in Paris for screenplay and Albert Brooks for supporting actor.
Winner's the same, yeah, because we didn't have director, picture, actor, actress, supporting actress, screenplay. Yep, twosies.
Well, that's not bad.
Too good, but the Albert Brooks was a that would have been a big kisser.
As soon
Big kisser.
as I realized that it was nominated for one bullshit sound mixing. No. Best sound editing.
Sound editing. Its only nomination.
And it got nominated in most categories for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's as soon as I was like, yeah, there's no way that I'm not giving it to
Ridiculous.
Albert Brooks. Like,
Absolutely ridiculous that was its only nomination.
there's a lot of those though. There's a lot of things that we like a lot more than other people, especially people who are choosing winners for nominees for the Academy Awards.
I do suppose that's true.
All right, 2011's done. Only one
2011's
more
done.
year until we get to surprise people.
Until we get real fucking legit, and I have to start. When we decided that this was what we were doing a few months ago, I guess.
Yeah.
I watched like
100,000
no,
movies?
like 4 2009 movies that week.
Right, just to get prepared.
I have not watched a movie since then.
Well, you've been busy.
I don't know what I would do.
Been a busy boy.
I mean, look, I'll be honest. I've been watching mostly reruns of American Dad, and I'm not sure why.
I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay's 24-hour To Hell and Back. All 3 seasons.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Ramsay.
No, it's great. Love him.
And you don't win friends with salad.
You don't win friends with salad, but luckily there's enough cold gazpacho for everybody. It's okay. It's just a little airborne. It's still good. Got anything you want to say to the beautiful people? Wave to the people. Blow them kisses.
We gave them Twitters earlier, right?
We did all that at the beginning. We're good.
Did we do the monies? Even if we didn't, if I can do it again. PayPal.me/NotScottHenson. If you want Drew to get some, mention Drew.
Yeah, you better mention me, you dick faces.
Yeah. What's your fucking problem? Mention Drew.
Yeah, what do you hate me so much? What did I ever do to
you?
you?
Piece of shit.
I would understand if you were raised by your grandmother and I insulted you earlier. But that was one podcast. You're going to hold me accountable for that one thing for all the other 40 episodes you've listened to up until this point?
Yeah, I mean, if you're still listening now at the end of this particular podcast, you're the real ass dude of the week. I must say. So I feel like only the day ones are going to be hearing this. So I figure it's important to get all the hits in here, because if anyone's going to do anything for us, it's the people that are somehow still listening now. So we got the money, we got the Twitters. YouTube, Blue Thunder Video on YouTube, or search The Worst Year of Our Lives on YouTube if you're not already listening to it there. Subscribe to the YouTube, like the videos, leave comments, hit the goddamn notification thing, because if you don't, even though you're subscribed, it doesn't fucking tell you when new ones come out, so which begs the question, what the fuck is the point of subscribing?
What a dumb fucking business model.
If you're listening on iTunes, if that still exists, I mean, it does. It's what I use, but I'm old, and I assume none of you are.
I think they're old.
Yeah. Are they old too?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, if all you...
It's either 15-year-olds that have a crush on you, or 40-year-old men who have a crush on me.
Yeah. Those are the two. So if you're an old... leave a 5-star review on iTunes. Those help something, I think. And and leave us a 5-star review on Yelp. I think that covers all.
Review our pasta, please.
Please review our pasta. It is from a carton. We do not make it fresh.
Yeah. And
then we just sort of slap some ragu on
frozen ragu.
Yeah.
Oh, my goo.
But, I think that covers all of that. Beyond that, all I can think to say is that the secret letter is U.
You people.
You people. What do you mean, you people?